it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Art live stream. We're gonna do a very short, little, what is it called? Like kiln reveal. What what do people call this? I don't know. So it's gone on vacation last week, so we didn't have any streams. But during that time, I went to the studio and I picked up some pieces from the glaze firing. 3 of them were for my mom, and luckily I was able to go get them before she had to fly back to Michigan. So you guys won't be seeing those. I've got the, I made her a traditional brown cowboy boot, unlike my other ones, which have like a lot of pink and are pretty colorful. I made her like a traditional one. Finally, our last picture that we had been working on for her did turn out really well. No issues. We initially had a crack near the handle, but I filled it with some bisque fix and it was perfect. And then the other one is a cinnamon toast little plate. You can find all of these. These have been posted on my Instagram at calieandco. Link in my profile or description if you're watching on YouTube. Anyway, so she took those, and I'll show you the rest of the things that we took out of the kiln. First off, we have my little bunny dish. This is Emmy, my bunny. I think this turned out really great. The color is, like, I had to mix the gray out of, like, 2 different grays. I really like it. Looking back on it, I really wish that I had, like, rounded off, like, the rim of this. It's, like, really thick and it's bothering me now. I don't know. I might remake it. I'm not sure yet, but how cute. And then here's the backside. I'm starting to color the sides too a bit more than some of them that I had been doing. We have this one. This one is an English spot. This is kind of like a very particular colored like pattern for this type of rabbit. They don't have any other pattern. This is it, and then they come in like the different colors. So I'm really hoping to get like some really like unique rabbit colors into our dishes. I've mentioned this before while making them. I've done like 4-H and like all of that. I used to like show rabbits and stuff. So I really want the majority of these like dishes to be really accurate to like what a good representation of that breed would be. So this is like a really good colored like English spot. We had a Dutch rabbit one earlier. Emmy is a Netherland dwarf, and she's like, my own rabbits are going to be the ones that are not accurate. Emmy is not showable because she doesn't have color on her nose. And she might not have enough color on her in terms of like coverage for like how much gray she has. So, but any of the other ones, other dishes that I make, I'm going to try to make them like accurate to those breeds if it does kind of look breed specific. So yeah, so that's this type of rabbit. I really don't like representation of rabbits in like art generally, because it's always like white rabbit, or maybe it's like the wild one that's kind of brown. I don't know. Like, there's so many rabbits out there. I need you guys to know this. Yeah, let's just keep going with our rabbit dishes. So we got a little face dish. This one could be like a few different breeds, I think, because it's just like a broken blue. But yeah, it's kind of based off of Emmy, sort of. in terms of like ear to face ratio. Emmy has really tiny little ears, which I think are adorable. But yeah, this is our little gray one. I think this should be like the same. Yeah, like same ratio for like the 2 grays that I used. And then we have a cute little black bunny too. I feel like a lot of people on Instagram, I'm gonna try hit up some unique rabbits, but also ones that I see on Instagram a lot. So, I mean, obviously lots of people have just like plain black bunnies. Super cute still. And yeah. So that is the last of our bunny dishes. Okay, I'm gonna try not to mix these up. Okay, so this first one is going to be my personal one. Look at this. How cute is this? We have finally, I don't even know when we started this. It might have been October when I started carving these turtles. How cute. How cute is this? Okay, they're not perfect. They're not perfect, but they have a few flaws. I wouldn't say the shell doesn't, I mean, it fits like pretty okay. It's not a perfect snug fit. I did fire the shells separately from the turtles in the glaze firing because we use stilts. You can see how the bunnies have like a very small portion that is unglazed. Kind of hard to really see. But basically that's why the white doesn't go all the way to the bottom or anything. But the turtles, I did an all over underglaze and glaze application. So we don't have any like portion that's unglazed. Or yeah. Same for the shells. It is very typical for an all over glaze application to have to use stilts, and you're going to get a few little, I don't even know what to call that, like blemish or whatever. Yeah, it has like it it kind of like grabs some of the metal from the stilt and might keep that. It's like I mean, it's not sharp, but like it's not very nice to like run your hand over. But it's pretty typical to see that. We've got 3 prongs over here for that. But yeah, this is our little like jewelry box. This one's my personal one. How adorable. I love it. I love it. And so I made that one and I was like, I don't know. I feel like people are gonna like be like, can I have one? So I made 2 more. Let me try to make sure that this one is like separated because that one's mine. They all basically look the same though. And then here's the other one. These 2 are slightly more wobbly. You can see them wobbling a little bit. So, when I put these in the shop, they're going to be marked down like slightly. So like that one's kind of like, I try the best I can to like dry like, you know, the plates and like these like as flat as I can, but sometimes like either in the drying stage or when it's in the kiln, the clay can kind of like warp a little bit. But yeah, here are the turtles. Aren't they adorable? I love them. I think they're so cute. Yeah, so same kind of like application for these ones. I do wish these do slide off a bit, but I don't really know what to do about that. Not at the moment. But I want to see how these sell, see if people are interested in them. I think they're so cute. I love like, I kind of want to do some like more nostalgic type things. When I was a kid, I had one of these turtles. I know it's not the same color, but it took me months to like, I would go to the store, buy underglaze, get them fired to see what color they look like, and none of them look like the right color. And then finally, I was like, that's it. This one is good enough. So I know they're not quite the right color, but I think they look cute. I think it's a good green. I really do like this green. Okay. Keep them separated because this one is my personal one. Okay, I'll just kind of like keep this one here, I think. Okay. And then we have this little one-off watermelon dish. This one is the first one that I tried a like blended underglaze effect, and it's not bad. So what I did for each color, I don't think I did it for the white. So I think for like the green, I put down like a line of green, and then I did like all of the red, and the black was separate. And then you just put down like for this middle white color, you would have like a bit of underglaze that's white and then green right next to it. Put both of those colors on the brush at the same time, and then you just kind of like do that over and over. It's a lot more obvious in the red, maybe some areas where it's maybe not so I don't know, it's not perfect. We have like a few spots up here that aren't like quite, I don't know, but I think it's like fine. I think it's fine. It's cute. I feel like this is like a really watermelon-y color. Maybe it should be a little bit more pink. I don't know. But I kind of like it. What do you guys think about the black seeds? I feel like that's traditional, but I was thinking about doing just like the white seeds. I don't know. Let me know what you think if you have like a preference, but it's pretty cute. Decent size for like a little snack, maybe, I don't know, like a little brownie slice or something, or could be a jewelry dish, trinket dish. All right, got two more, and then we'll, I don't know, start making something. All right, here's our pancake. I don't know what this black spot is, but it is stuck there. This is a little pancake. I think that's pretty cute. I don't know. I was aiming for the pancake color to be different than the butter, but they are very, very close. They nearly look the same. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I kind of wish the coverage for the maple syrup was like maybe a little bit more opaque. You can really see like the brush strokes. Also, a lot of these like a bit darker than like in real life. It looks, I don't know, it looks very dark. But this isn't like, I don't know, I think it's like pretty close to like a maple syrup color. I'm pretty happy with that one. I don't know about this one. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like for some reason this one looks worse or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But this one's supposed to have like little blueberries on it. I think maybe I should have like mixed up like a darker blue color and then like put in like the little like squiggles for like the top of the blueberries. I don't know, but I just don't like it as much. It's definitely like a lot darker than like on the screen for some reason. And I don't know, I actually really like the larger one a bit more. But I think this is pretty cute. Let me know what you think. Currently, like, these are the only ones of their kind right now. I just kind of like to test out like how things look. And then based on that, we'll just kind of like go from there, see how I feel about it. And yeah, well, this is, these are all the things I got out of the kiln other than what I gave to my mom. So this kiln reveal and the last kiln reveal that we did with like, we had like a bunch of cups that had like stripes on them, all of those things. These are all going into the same shop update, which I am planning to have ready and launched this Saturday. So that would be June 15th. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm still working on creating listings. It takes so much time to do that. But yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on I feel like I'm working on a million things right now. I'm also trying to like figure out a booth setup so I can have some stuff at the market here. What else am I doing? I need to make like new business cards too. Yeah, let's check out this clay. I think this has been sitting here for so long. I don't know if we can really use it. Okay, it's not that bad. What is this? This has to be stoneware. I'm pretty sure this is leftover stoneware from when we were making the cat dishes. My porcelain and my stoneware look extremely similar. So, yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to tell. So I think it would be fun to, let me see. I think we'll make some more little tripod air plant holders. I think those are like really cute. I made 2 in the stream earlier and they've both sold out already. So I feel like let's make some more. They really didn't take that much clay. I think, I guess I'll just like wedge up this mass of clay. It is a bit dry, but let's see what we can do with it. Kind of like smush it together a little. I'm gonna put a little bit of water down on my canvas here. Just because the clay is like a bit dry. Okay. And then basically we're going to be doing a pinching technique once I have this wedged and ready. And then I just kind of like added some legs to it. The ones that I made earlier. So let me just wedge these. Or this thing. I don't know why I said these. Kind of moves when I'm wedging. I just adjust that. I feel like this is maybe like enough. You kind of just have to like go on feel. And hope that's wedged enough. Based off of like how much clay that you have. Okay. And then let me see. Knife thing. Gonna need like a bit for the legs, so I don't know. I think that's a decent amount. My little bucket. And then I don't know. We really don't need like a lot for the little cup thing. You know, I don't know, that's probably like way too much. Let me see. Okay, guessing how I'm trying to get the same amount. If I really wanted to, I could get a scale and measure these, but it's really not all that important if like how big they are, so let's not do that. Okay, so we have 5 here. For that, I don't know. Should I wedge these? I kind of feel like because I really smushed this one, like a bunch of pieces to this one, I don't know. Maybe I should wedge them just to be like ultra safe. I don't know. I'm not really a hand builder. I don't know like a ton of like hand building things. I'm mostly like, I took classes in wheel throwing and have only been doing like hand building, like just on my own over here. This one is definitely good. It's just like one solid piece. So I think I think we can just smush this into a ball. I don't feel like it matters like a ton if you have air bubbles in like hand building. It's really bad when you're wheel throwing because it just kind of like creates this bubble and then you pop it and then it's thinner in that area and it just, the whole thing kind of throws you off, I think, when you're throwing. Hopefully these are just like kind of staying kind of like compressed. The point of wedging is to get rid of air bubbles, number 1, and also to like mix up the clay. If you have like, if you like chopped off different parts of like your clay bag or whatever, some of it might be drier than others. Wedging will really mix it up well, to be like homogeneous, and then also to like compress the clay. You always want to be compressing clay so that it won't it really like prevents cracks and all of that. So okay, I feel like this might be a little bit much, but I think we can just like work with it and like cut off any excess if we need to do that. So I'm pretty sure this is how I did it the last time. Like this on the stream. I made like little, it was kind of like a pinched shape. Kind of like this, something like that. I think if the clay wasn't so dry, it would not crack like this so much. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm really comfortable with pinching now, like doing pinch techniques, so I really don't, I'm not worried about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna like, I don't know if I would say that I know what I'm doing, but sometimes I like to just kind of like throw it down on the board here and then just kind of like compress like a little bit of a bottom, and then you can really start to create your walls from that. I really want it to be pretty like splayed out. Kind of like this. Don't like these giant cracks in here. Okay, I think this is like pretty good. So for the cracks, I think that they're pretty big. You can just take some clay that's like really moist, like straight out of the bag, and like smush it in here. You can also just kind of like smooth out. You can definitely smooth out a lot of the smaller ones just with your hands, or tools if you really want to do that. Some of these like larger cracks up here, I think we should grab some really fresh clay to smush in there. I think we can grab this one. I feel like a bunch of bags of clay over here. They're all like partially used. Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but looking at my porcelain, my new bag looks significantly different from my older bag, and I don't know why. Probably something with the batch that they made. But I'm like, wow, this is like a noticeably different color. Okay, so I'm just kind of smushing this fresh clay into these very large cracks. I know lots of people believe like the myth that like trapped air in your like ceramics will like make the kiln like well, it'll make your piece like explode in the kiln. That's a myth. Lots of people, like even people that are like have been doing ceramics for a very long time, a lot of people will like still think that. But that's actually not how it works. It's when your piece has not dried completely and then you go to bisque fire it. The water content that's in your piece is making it like, that's why it'll like explode in the kiln. I've mentioned this a few times, but it's basically because it's harder for it to dry. It takes a lot longer if you say had, like, if you put this, if you wanted to fire like a little like full ball of clay, this is going to take a lot longer to dry than like if you had a hollow ball of clay, right? Because the hollow one doesn't take as long. This is going to take a lot longer, but what's going to take even less time to dry is if you had, this is like the normal option, hollow ball with a hole in it somewhere, some kind of, whatever, like hole, crack, whatever, because it lets airflow come into the piece and it will dry from the inside and out. So both sides of the wall. Where if you have only a hollow enclosed piece, it's only going to dry from the outside in. Same with like if you had like a just a massive not hollow ball, like that would take like even longer. So just so you guys know, just get that out there real quick. There's a video by Pottery to the People where she like explains more about, I think, like the science or whatever behind it. And you can see that this only happens in the bisque firing and it will not happen in the glaze firing, which is the part where it doesn't make sense about like trapped air exploding, right? Because if it was the air, you would also have it explode in the glaze kiln. But it doesn't do that because it's, you know, based off of like the water content in the clay. So I'm just kind of like, smush some of it together. Do. I feel like there's probably a better way to do this, but this is where we are right now. I'm just gonna smush this around in here. What's that noise? I think Emmy's like snoring or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a pigeon. Sounds kind of like a pigeon. Oh, also, while I was on vacation, I made some videos, some really quick videos, mostly for like my Instagram, but I will be, any of the more applicable things that I've made into like an Instagram reel, I'm gonna post those as some YouTube shorts for you guys. Just get like that content out there, because I feel like at some point they just kind of like fade into the void on Instagram. But the two latest videos I posted, if you haven't seen them yet, they're basically the same, except they're using different kind of like different platforms, sort of. So the first one is, wow, I think we should add, maybe we should add more water to this. I'm really struggling right now. The first one is how to expand photos in Instagram, or no, Instagram, in Photoshop, with Adobe's AI. It can like you can take your photo and tell it that you want the crop to be larger, and then you can use the generative fill, and it uses AI technology to expand your photo to be larger, which I know you guys are probably like, why do we need to know this? We're doing ceramics on this channel. But hear me out, you guys. This is great for a lot of kind of like marketing content. So I take my photos in a square format because I want to optimize the photo for Instagram. But obviously I'm posting those same photos to my Etsy, and Etsy, they're a little confused, I think, about the ratio that they want your photo to be. When you're creating the listing, it says that it wants it to be horizontal, like it's like, rectangle. But when they're actually on Etsy and you're shopping around, they're square. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I'm confused. They're confused. All of the things. But when I upload my photos, I'm hoping that they fix this, but at this moment, so it takes my square photo, it reduces it to be, to fit that like horizontal space. And then, it's so stupid. And then once it has that and you like edit your thumbnail, be like, yes, whatever, this looks good. Then when it's actually posted to Etsy, it crops it down from that size even further down to be a square instead of taking the original square format that you put up. I'm sorry if this is confusing. Anyway, I need the original photo to be actually larger and have like a little bit more background in them. So I can easily go in and edit them in Photoshop to do this. It's so easy. It's literally 2 steps. Anybody can do this. Anybody. You don't even really need to know how to use Photoshop to do this. Second video, same thing, but you don't have to have Photoshop. You can use Adobe Firefly. Adobe Firefly is Adobe's AI tool. It has its own website, adobe.com, what is it, / I think it's / Firefly. It has its own website, but it's integrated into their apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. It's integrated into those. But if you don't have Photoshop, you can use this. You can just like go to their website too. It's not free. You can try it out for free if you want. You can try out, it says like 25 like little edits or whatever. You'll have to kind of like look into that because I haven't had to use the trial period. But yeah, or it's like they have like a monthly plan where it's like, I don't know what it is. I think it said $25 or no, not 25. I think it said $5 a month or something. You have to look into it. Also, they might change it. But yeah, I think it's like pretty cool. I know not everybody is gonna want to do that, but it is a really nice tool to use. Some people like me might be working a full-time job in addition to their little art business. I get the Adobe Creative Cloud from my company because they provide it. So it's just something that I already have and can use. But if you have that, as something you can use, I feel like it's worth trying out and checking it out. Okay, we have really fixed a lot of these issues. Just kind of go over some spots. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I do kind of like some of the like pinched little crevices. So I think I kind of want to keep like some of those in here. The perfectionist in me wants to like smooth it all out, but I actually do really like that at the same time. Very confused over here. Okay. But yeah, both of those videos are under 1 minute to check out. They're both posted on Instagram right now in my reels. That's at calieandco. I will be posting them to my YouTube shorts pretty soon here. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to like, I don't know, kind of like, I don't know. It's fun to like make videos. But at the same time, like a lot of the time I get really overwhelmed with like trying to make videos. So I just like kind of don't, but it's really exciting when I actually make something. And I really hope that, some of these like help people out. I know obviously like I'm a designer, so I know a lot of these kinds of things, but I feel like not a lot of people that do like ceramics would know much about like what's out there in AI right now. Because I don't know, you guys don't really, you're not really like digital artists. I'm just kind of like, you know, assuming that most people probably don't use these things. So I just kind of want to help you out, give you some ideas about what's out there. I'm kind of wondering, like, I don't know, just kind of thinking about like other ways that I could maybe give like ceramic people like tips from what I know in like working digitally and in graphic design and stuff. Another thing that I've had it on my mind and I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work. But something that I've been thinking about is like how artists, maybe even like people that do ceramics or maybe sculptures, I don't know, lots of things, not just digital artists, can use generative AI to create mock-ups. I've kind of touched on this earlier. Sorry if you've already heard this spiel. But I mean, kind of like, it just kind of like goes with this whole like AI thing conversation. So just throw it out there again. But I'm trying to figure out like how to get it to work. And then once I do, I'd like to make a little video on like how you guys can do this too. So first things first, what's a mock-up? A mock-up is basically somebody out there takes a photo. It's a really nice photo. And let's just use, for example, you see all the time on Etsy, people will use the same mock-ups for t-shirts, mugs, painters will use them to showcase what their painting will look like on these like very extravagant looking like homes and stuff. But if you're like me, you don't have an extravagant home, you're not like rich or in their 40s, 50s, 60s, you live in an apartment, any of these reasons really, but like okay, so we're gonna go with the painting example. Someone makes a painting mock-up. So what they do is they somehow get like a photo of a really gorgeous, it has like a wall, maybe there's a couch there, maybe it has like a buffet with a little vase on it, and then above this is the main like mock-up portion. It's gonna have like a framed like photo or framed art, and so you can either get mock-ups for free or you can pay for them too. You can buy them on Etsy or other places like what's that one place called? Creative Market. Yeah. There are different places that sell mock-ups. Just Google it. So you are you're a painter, you're a photographer, you get this mock-up somehow. You bought it, you downloaded it for free. And then what you want to do is, generally you would use like maybe Photoshop, but I also have a video on how to do this in Canva also. So let's say you use Photoshop. So you open up this photo, and then you can just like apply your painting, or your photo in there. So it looks like your painting or photo, whatever, is in this gorgeous living room setting. And you don't even have to have like this gorgeous living room setting to, put this in your shop, put it in your portfolio, whatever your use case is. So that's a mock-up. That's mostly what they're used for. But I feel like anybody could use one. And with the tool of with the power of generative AI, I feel like this can come to be used for people like even that do like ceramics. So what you could do, generative AI does both kind of like artsy, illustrative, whatever type of art, but they also of course do very realistic looking like photorealistic images also. So I feel like we could utilize this to create mock-ups for like ceramics. So for example, I do have like a good setup for taking my product photos, but they're very boring. Like I could really use some very fun photos for like Instagram, not just like, oh, here's a single bowl on my bookshelf or whatever, like that's like my product photo. And it is what I post on Instagram right now. Because I don't really know like how to like stage all these other fun ones. Like sometimes like, I don't know, there's like some plants or something, or there's like the shadow of a plant like casting onto the thing, or like, I don't know, whatever. Like, so, I don't know, like that's not really something you maybe put as the product photo in your shop, but it is something a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting to post on social media, right? But who has the time to take both product photos and these kind of like fun ones for like Instagram, right? So that's why I'm kind of like thinking about like how can we use this to our advantage? AI is here. It's pretty young, and some of them don't do so well. When I tried this, it didn't really work out so well, but we're gonna see what we can do. Obviously, the different AI models do give out very different kinds of results. Some of them are better than others. I'm really interested in looking at Midjourney, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay for it. I can't remember how much that is. Or like if they, I don't know what the trial, if they have like a trial thing that you can try out. Midjourney does look like it does really, really quality work, which is why I'm interested in that one. But the one that I have like available to me right now is like Adobe's Firefly, because I have the Creative Cloud. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking of. Like, you could, ideally what you can do is tell it, you go from text to image. So you tell it what you want. You can say, so you have like, you have your vase, and then I think you probably want to remove the background. It's not so hard to remove the background from things. The AI kind of, it's pretty good at doing that for the most part for you, but you might have to edit that a little bit. So you remove the background, and then you would basically tell it to generate a new background for you. And then this is what I'm kind of like testing out, pretty excited about it. You can tell it like, oh, like, I don't know. I don't know. Put this, like create a, okay, I don't really know much about like how to word the prompts. So this is not really like best case scenario, like how to word them, just so you know. But like, as an example, say something like, I don't know, picnic blanket on the grass with some picnic basket, some whatever snacks. I don't know, something like that. And then ideally, so you have your like whatever, you have your like mug, or maybe a plate. So you have your plate, and then the AI should be able to look at the shadows and shading that's in that photo and make it kind of like create the background to fit that angle and to fit the where the shadows and light is casting on it. So like when the picnic blanket kind of like ripples, the shadows and stuff should match. It should look like pretty realistic. Photoshop's Firefly is in beta right now. So that means it's kind of like a soft launch. They've launched it for people to, I think, basically like try out, play with it, get excited, maybe even catch some issues with it. And then I think they'll kind of like tweak it a bit, and then they're going to have like a full release that is hopefully better. I think this might be the part where other AI tools might do a little bit better in terms of like how realistic it is, how much the photo actually makes sense to a person, because sometimes it gets a little wonky. I was trying to figure out like how to visualize my market booth, and I was like, maybe I can like do this with the AI. Let's just see where it goes. And it was very confused. It was very confused. So I had like, I took like one of those pictures off Amazon of the like a booth, like a, the table that people always have like when they vend at markets. So I had one of those, and then that made it really easy to cut out the background because it was just white. And then I told the AI to like make the background like an outside art market, and like it knows that like art markets like have like all of these like those like canopy or like tents above the like where you have your table, but it was so confused. It was so confused. It just had like random tent legs, like not going to anything, and the it had like a really nice like brick like not sidewalk, but like it had like a brick road kind of, but the bricks were super wonky in this weird way. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how this is going to go. I think there's definitely potential, because AI has just been like, it's just been like growing crazy and is becoming more and more and more realistic just every few months or whatever. So I know you might be like, wow, it sounds like I can't use it right now. I think it's worth testing out and getting familiar with it. Maybe get familiar with like the different options that are out there. I don't know a ton about the other ones. DALL-E there's one that's like, I think you have to pay for it, and then they have like, what is it? I don't know what it's called. It's like DALL-E Mini that's like free or something. Something like that. But the free one it's not nearly as good. So it really depends on which AI you're using to determine like the quality, because they're all trained differently. But I think there are a lot of really great possibilities in how artists can use AI. I don't want to get into the argument or or controversial topics of like everything else that involves AI. But I feel like as people that do ceramics or things by hand, you would probably most likely just kind of like tune it all out. You'd be like, well, it's not really applicable to like what I do, you know. But I feel like there are some really great opportunities where we can incorporate this into our work if you have like a little small business. This can also include things like ChatGPT. I feel like a lot of people know about ChatGPT. It's pretty easy to use. And I kind of like how the interface works. So I use ChatGPT to take my ideas and like write it out in like a very nice way. Because I don't know, I'm pretty okay at writing, but it takes me a long time to get there. But ChatGPT, I can tell it all of these kind of like points that I want to touch on, and then it just really summarizes that all together. So I don't know what I wrote, but Etsy has like a little like about section or whatever, and there's like a little like, what would you call it, kind of like a little summary of like how you would describe your shop. I don't know if it's on Etsy or maybe it's my Maker Place. No, I think it was on Maker Place, but I feel like Etsy has a small section for this. So it's really not this long paragraph. It's like a very concise, like one sentence, 2-sentence kind of thing to describe what you do, like what your shop is about. And I used ChatGPT to do that, to write it out for me. So I told it like, I need to describe my handmade business with these words or whatever. And then it will give you some options, and you can ask it, can you give me some more options? You can talk to it like a person, which is really cool. Or you can be like, you know what, like, I don't like it. Like, can you give me some options that don't include this? sometimes it's like a person, and it gets stuck in like this one route, and it just goes in this one direction, and you're like, okay, no. Like when you talk about ceramics to ChatGPT, it's always like, oh, I dug this clay out of the earth, and the handmade process it just reminds me of the spirit and the earth, and I don't know what the heck it it's all like, it's very like granola sounding. It's very like about the earth and like the spirit, and like, I don't know, it's not me. So I'll be like, can you like not include these words, and then it'll like write more, and you can just kind of keep going with that. Same thing for maybe creating like captions or whatever for your photos. You can't like give it a photo and then make a caption, like tell it to make a caption, I don't think. But it can give you like some ideas and stuff for writing, and you can just like give it an overview of what you want, and it just like pieces that together. And I think it's really cool. I'm sorry, we're at time. So I think, let me see. I kind of like these little shapes, and then what I want to do with these is put little tripod, like 3 little legs on the bottom of them. That's what I was gonna use this for, but we're out of time. So I think we'll just get to this. No, I should keep that in this shape. So I think we'll just kind of like get to this tomorrow, I guess. I'm gonna jinx myself, but I'm gonna say that we're gonna have a normal stream schedule this week, streaming 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. I really don't have anything on my calendar that would get in the way of that, so let's just go with that. So I think we'll be working on this tomorrow, unless something comes up super randomly. But yeah, I'm gonna throw these back in here. I'm gonna like spray this with a little bit of water. I don't think these don't really need it, but the clay is kind of, I mean, it's not that dry, but whatever. Just gonna put these, just wrap them up decently. You have to wrap it up too tight, unless you like really need to. But yeah, well, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you guys liked the little like kiln reveal. Again, hoping to have our shop update ready live on Saturday, June 15th. I'm gonna be posting on Instagram once that is up in live, so like you can check for updates there if you want. I'll make a post about also like a story too. And yeah, all of the videos are uploaded to YouTube at calieandco. There you can check out our other live stream videos. I have a whole playlist of them. We have so many. I don't know how many we have, but there's over 160, I think. I'm pretty sure. There's a lot. There's a lot for you to watch if you want. And then the YouTube has a few other things. I'm trying to do mostly ceramic related content, but I also want to touch on small handmade business, and maybe even some videos that go over just like topics that are great for any artist. So it should all, like, I'd like all this stuff to be applicable to ceramic artists. Some of my older videos are not related to this, but they're very old and they're just gonna sit there. But yeah, well, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll finish these up and make some more little tripod things. Yeah, well, that's it. I will catch you guys later. All right, bye.